you to join in with us and have a ball.
Optimus is rhyming with the timing impeccable, perpetual. Coming from the Jedi Knight circle, jumping hurdles in a haze that's purple. Oh, now we're getting personal. The poems are professional and the programs stand vertical. Shadow casting, outlasting, mastering methods of the moment. Momentum of my motor that's constantly going, growing, knowing, showing the flowing, similar to rowing through a current that's not slowing. Lowly and loyal, from a peasant to a royal. My goal is not foiled, but coiled in my grip. Don't slip from my fist, or the point was missed in a mist of thoughts. Now see if you can feel the spray from the various brain drops. Covert ops from this secret agent man. Now sit back and relax on tracks from this amazing band. Second hand helps the first to vocalize the verse. Away from the obvious, our epidemics are dispersed.
I spit this shit that'll make you feel all vibrations. It's a new day, I'm back in this business equipped with the mic in order to landscape. We're painting your brain with various shades of grey, maintaining the J to the KC. The music through our eyes, realize that we don't play just progressions and dope track sessions from far west to test these murky waters, sub-level events. The two-man striving to perfect the prose, poetry, text, not even text have met this caliber. Heavy artillery and ammo, a gamble for some, but this is the life we lead. A short read within the chronicles is what you need. Thank you. Get under the door frame, but no quakes to blame for these tremors. Simmer, settle on a shuttle up to space, explore the atmosphere. The asteroids are glowing magenta and chartreuse. Who knows where we are going, but what is there really to lose? We're on a mission, don't stop, get to the top. Keep rolling past the planets. Aura brought the snacks, I've got some pot in his socks. Cause has a 4-track, I brought a group of beautiful Martian women with blue hair and green skin. Don't judge a book by its cover, unique melanin excites my sixth sense, arouses my inner energy's lens. She sends me emails with her eyes. All these events are a surprise. Climb the pinnacle, drinking electric lemonade with a group of my kinfolk. Slowly fade into the unfamiliar evening with sweet dreams. Where we're going, the minority species is human beings.
In the grand illusion picture, there's a world to be seen. We swirl upside the spiral, find and slide into a dream. We gonna lean against the wind until the end of the storm. Nobody knows the day per se until the way is reborn. Still letting my line go slowly, trolling for self-control, remotely lonely when my back is turned, unsure from Saturn to somewhere sacred. Sensations strip me naked, shameful, vacant for the taking. Flaking off like dandruff from the downdraft of an ice cap. Now mindful of the migraines, breaking her heart before I know her.
Double corkscrew.
Concepts got you turning over, less than life becoming closer. Flashing past the second closure, combing space to roam new margins. Mortars margin on the order, pour the notion, store the extract from my portion to be exact. Trapped by Newton's theories and thrown into the black. The mountain's flat, I'm on the plateau. Lights project the shadow, shattered glass reflects the image in the attic on the chateau. Black holes pull the living in like songs a siren sings. From the coast to capes and channels, candles guide until they bring the charted map of stars for gazing.
For gazing, for gazing. When they're alive, there's gonna be more sights to be seen tonight. Engage the silver sequence, purple percussion past the pretense. It prevents false predictions and all things preconceived. Conveniently, these beats seem to be concrete. That me and the team walk like a street just to reconvene. We come serene, widescreen and in surround sound. The outer space mountains where we seek higher ground. It was deep within the crater, my mind the elevator to help lift the thoughts above the depths that I was in. Wise in my age, I'm writing for days. When the pen begins, then I'm writing the page. reciting a phrase that I made for the rhythm. Put the two together and now your ears are swimming in a pool full of jewels. Don't be fooled by imitations. See the light that's cast by pure innovation. We're skating, cascading, no delay when relaying the brainwaves to the fellow satellites that are relating. And in full comprehension, receiving transmission. Learn to sit and listen to the wise man's wisdom. He speaks of contention and expanding a vision. His only intention helps enrich beyond mention. We on a mission.
Yeah, we on a mission. JKC up on this mission. What? About to take it to another galaxy. Hold on. Off to another galaxy at light speed, second start of the right, let the nights lead. Prepare for the fast turns, watch for the constellations that we might see. A journey beyond the atmospheric gases into anti-gravity, where not so average paths around massive planets provide the scenery. The greenery burn clean, avoiding the pitfall. I took the team to Saturn's rings, where we cling to our things, scared to be the only earthlings. A breeze from the Milky Way takes the edge off of the sun's rays. UVAs, UVBs, atop in the space pod where the keys hit hyperdrive. Let's dive deep into the unknown, but we'll get nowhere fast. With the power converter blown, we'll have to return home through the atmosphere like a meteor. It's a solar JKC tour, sort of like the old one, only newer.
Epidemic headed to a town near you. If you wanna kick it, bring a beer through. Lurking in the rear view, another weird crew. Smothering your blundering, coloring fear blue. Underneath the wondering, wandering in the thundering. I'm hungry, can't you hear my damn stomach grumbling? Crumbling under pressure will never make you fresher. Hitting them up and getting them out of their seat brings pleasure. Rocking shows with Rando, Optimus and Autoflo. Big kegs and pseudo, enough respect to Marco. Introducing Maleko, another free flow freak show. Got you on your tippy toes, I never miss my free throws. We go to the back, me no new to rap. Can I get it to that? Back in the days I was doing that, misleading shit eating grin. We'll never know the true meaning of what it takes to win.
It won't be long until we are looked upon as superstars. Never try to front like we're too hard. Just stay true to who we are. It won't be long until we are looked upon as superstars. Never try to front like we're too hard. Just stay true to who we are. Optimus, I got this. Handle when I grab the mic. Beats a bump and come with some to give to gab you like strike. Force Morse code. This man's course on the road. When in record mode, we cause domes to implode. In quote, taking notes, line paper in a binder. Password found like fossils can serve as a reminder. The designer stays the same, but the days may change. Time to rearrange and run away from the plane. The sky's falling, styles appalling, calling all guards. Sub-level force is a permanent scar. Galactic warrior down perched in the stars. Stare far when daydreaming. What I say has meaning, it stays below the radar. Until we are looked upon as superstars. Never try to front like we're too hard. Just stay true to who we are. It won't be long until we are looked upon as superstars. Never try to front like we're too hard. Just stay true to who we are. True. Optimus. Just stay true to who we are. No, we ain't superstars. We're gonna go far in the 2002. Rip mix for you. Yeah.
Cypher style.
Man, cypher,
Fresh and
cypher,
deaf.
bro. Coming up.
But coming fresh.
Fresh, coming deaf. Right here. coming out way too fresh. Fresh, but we also deaf. We're coming to rock the party until there's 2 men left. Yeah, coming out way too fresh. Fresh, but we also deaf. It's a 2-man cypher session, nice circle from the west. Learn the 4-track first, graduate to 8th and 24. We've been in this, doing this, making them their hits, swinging in blue. Like some sword, sip, sun, kiss, drinks, pulled over the rocks with a temperature 151. Making a tropical hurricane, gonna pop the top of your gin and rum. And then you're undone by Mr. 80, poofing up. You be climbing our beanstalks, untouched on the sidewalk. Verbal mouthpiece gets cocked. Doing this shit to the day that I die, cause my inner fire burns deep. Fitting to fly past the outer limits. So spread your fucking wings is what we bring to the palate. Special servants take a sample and explore the endeavors of these artists. Jedis bring you so much more. Coming out way too fresh. Fresh, but we also deaf. We coming to rock the party until there's 2 men left. What? Coming out way too fresh. Fresh, but we also deaf. 2-man cypher session, night circle from the west. My textiles compiled equal that of a great stack, which if directed in the air would go from the earth to the moon 10 times over. My 4-leaf clover tucked tied up in the magic pouch, we mashing out, but from town to town to show what it's all about. Shouts to all our folks and the enemies. Thanks for helping us get better. We'll never forget. Regards from the singer sincerely. He is I and I am him. Slim slugs were straight slumping, so let it begin. I give a shrug and a smirk, a humble way of hip hop, and now dropping more treats that are sweeter than Wonka. So go bonkers, bananas for the lyrical bonanza. I don't leave a crew looking played out like a gangster bandana. It's a Jedi circle banner, or more like a pennant. Not in it to win it, but in it to send it. The message and meaning in these sentences we be sending. It's kind of time. Coming out way too fresh, but we also deaf. Coming out way too fresh, but we also deaf. We're coming to rock the party until there's 2 men left. What? Coming out way too fresh, but we also deaf. It's a 2-man cypher session, nice circle from the west. From the west. 2-man cypher got way too much flow. 420, y'all. Arise from your slumber to this sick summer bumper. It's a trio trifecta. 3 is the magic number. On this track, we're backed by a spider. It's another cipher. Play this in your car and it talks back like Knight Rider. Providers, Western outsiders. But if you take a step back, you'll see that we're the ones making strides for the music and our beliefs. Oh, you do it, then what a relief. Because the tension was enough for a grown man to have to mention the birthplace of this mission, original intention. Elon is bringing the beats with precision, so I throw ink on the page with no supervision. Revisiting thoughts, inquisitive tot. I've got my contributions for what was to be brought up to the table. I'm willing and able, a man not a fable. Stepping out the mist, it's Opt of Green Gables. So stable, no labels, a ladle full of tales. So sit back and sip on this witch's brew. It's concocted strictly for the listener, which is you. What? And that's true.
A stony temple pilot traveling through the turbulence elegantly in a dominant manner, intelligent diligently. Out of my element, never be. Cleverly capturing every memory, building a gallery. Pound for pound, the fat content is major calories. Swallowing whole, wallowing old, followers uttering money a gold. I'm just trying to reach my goals by reaching deep into my soul. Autoflo, PTI, MUS, rhymes and I figured it was time to try a different way to climb the sky. Brainstorming, airborne, a rare form of transforming, specializing in crowd warming, tearing it up and now they're swarming the stage. Sitting down and filling up a page. Putting it down, releasing all the rage. It's the age of the beautiful audio musical individual. Manufacturing miracles, shrink wrapping your spiritual. Airtight and miserable, critical meltdown visible. Surprising, nevertheless inevitable. Your style is pitiful, incredible. The way a beat can burn a hole through metal. Your eardrums are resting on a bed of flower petals. It's settled.
We rhyme on microphones to rep the Pacific Coast. No need to brag or boast, we're humble with our tongues, but y'all may get wrong to some extent. X-Factor rapper, series of sequences bound for success. Like the 49ers, kinder sicker sound waves, reaching higher plateaus. Open the door for your inner energies lens. Let's go, I take you past the pastures, through the fields of golden California poppies, amongst the many different types of species, through the trees, sitting on cloud 9 with the Mexican beer on the beach. Watch the sun turn green in the horizon. What I've seen is the imagery portrayed on weathered parchment pages. I'm smoking when the sky is dark and listening to the sacred melody floating in Earth's atmosphere unmeasured. It's a true treasure. Days on end we give points of pleasure. Aim to sever your stress derived from some of the best innovators pulling capers, something fresh from far west. It's those crazy kids yapping again. We're all friends. Elon makes the dark slump in which we rip to the very end.
What's up, y'all down in Santa Cruz, Cali? That's cool. My name is Jody. Side by side with my man Optimus. Sunshine bright and I can't complain. Sexy's running wild up at SF State. Some rockin' skirts, some rockin' half shirts. Some flexin' physique, soft and round like a nerd. Skin is a clincher, when I see it I flinch. I'm a sucker for a down-home educated bitch. I'm a sucker for lips and the softest of kisses. Optimus did it. A sunny day revisiting grass green like hemp in the purest of stages. Most faces show wear and tear like tennis shoelaces. I grin and take the whole true violent face first. Keep grinding till sea breeze hit pay dirt. Homework is homegirl in the floor print. Skin bronze, puppy eyes and innocent. She like the sun in my dark day. Pavement to my parkway, game to my arcade. Quarter inch to RCA, beat the pound. Think about that bush but I won't beat around. You give a push but I'ma stand my ground. Enough said, sky red, siren comes sundown.
A sunny day revisited. The vision's clear, so what you hear's vivid. California living, the fresh air's giving us the upliftment and inspiration to create. Just listen. A sunny day revisited. The vision's clear, so what you hear's vivid. California living, fresh air's giving us upliftment and inspiration to create. Just listen. Discover new, looking through a viewfinder. Try to find the clues of these two designers. Rhymers like architects, we find art for respect. Even on a sunny day inside time we invest. Get it off the chest at 104 BPMs. The Kit Kat snare will always be my best friend. Help them in the patchwork, the ultimate crafter. We'll mold the beat that have you swinging from the rafters. Laughter, a positive experience. Combine minds in the Jedi Knight's workforce experiment. Bubbling beakers, they lead from the speakers. We'll supply the sound to the ones that are eager. Effort like beavers, building a dam. Try to slow the flow and make a new land. Some ground to stand on, a mound to land on. When falling from the sky, spiraling out of control. Now I'm on a roll like a coal train, speeding down a steep hill with no brakes. Too heavy to rotate, flow great and create some sun rays. No clouds and new songs that have to say these are some fun days. A sunny day revisited, the vision's clear, so what you hear's vivid. Just California living, fresh air's giving us the upliftment and inspiration to create. Just listen. A sunny day revisited, the vision's clear, so what you hear's vivid. California living, fresh air's giving us the upliftment and inspiration to create. Just listen. Optimus, Joe.
like to tell you about it. I have, and I'd like to tell you about it.
I know what you did last summer, another newcomer. Brother, go ahead, get in line, take your number. This may be a stunner, but the game at times can be a bummer with a little drummer boy. With another ploy, electronic toys, controls the output and brings the noise. Spit layers of lyrics and make songs to enjoy, but then there's some that wanna come and try and spoil the fun. Respecting none, thinking they're the one. Bad attitude, no gratitude, don't worry, I'm not mad at you. What do you say to a crew that doesn't have a release and it's 2000 and true? Don't get things misconstrued, missing you sitting on my stoop. Try to rhyme like alphabet soup, a slew of letters and random words that become obscured and or absurd. Like the nerds that think they know it all, but it never occurs to them. Their voice is small, their head is big, claim they never fall, but they're acting like kids who talk shit on the playground. I'm a homebody that only stays around, just true homies, cronies, the ones that don't act the opposite of what they say to his face. Happy Halloween, I'm jumping on a tree, knocking you over and taking your tape case, punk.
The sidewalk leading to the porch was broken and overgrown with weeds. The wind was blowing the trees, and the branches made strange noises.
I know what you were doing last summer. Saw you hide the key to your secret garden. I was dipping down by the tide. Nothing new changes, only time. Capture the moment for a while. So many memories embedded in the calendars of past. Discarding the recycling bin. Wish I could go back, just a cool throwback. A day in the past, relive my friend, just a kid in the sunshine. Lemonade, knee deep in a sandcastle. Let's fade past the rush of smoke coming out the screen door. In my house as a youth, what was I to do? For me, babysitter's boyfriend, I'll lead and snap my rah-rah stop too. And I'm feeling a bit bent, rock verse and vent. All my energy straight out to you. Malekoopt rhymes and that there homie. Think his name is Autoflo. Say it's the prime time, so let the bells chime. Y'all so kind to let the gate down the mo. Drop some sick rhymes for which you should unwind with a goblet of heen. 5 sweets in a team, they all have the gleam. Make way so you can see them, don't fuck around much. Dropping shit, y'all fiend. Fiend for it.
The air got colder, and I could hear the rain splashing against windows. I walked down the hall, and there in the conservatory was
I know what you did last summer, filling up my tummy with these itty-bitty silly little dummies. Wannabe, wallaby, rockin' ballers or comedy, bringing the bling but never seeing a thing. There is no hope with us three in the ring. The new jacks move back, fleeing the scene. On the top turnbuckle, somersault, metal knuckle, knock 'em out, let out a minute to chuckle. I feel no remorse for a frail force. I'm a workhorse, following my destiny's course. A child from the wild with piles of rhymes. Optimus and Autoflo are pals of mine. Together traveling through the trials of time, discovering, developing styles that shine. So follow the light, baby face bedwetters. My only advice to you is get better. You know what I'm saying?
A thumping sound attracted my attention. It came from the unfinished attic. There in the darkened room,
do you ever ponder the meaning of life, death, and all that crap? Well, I do, that's why I choose to rap. With all these thoughts swirling, the brain is power surging. Surely surroundings at times can get discouraging. It's not midnight and I'm worrying if I'm on the straight and narrow, or took a wrong turn. The last fork in the road didn't have any arrows, and no instruction manual in life. Walking blind with perfect vision. Listen, is the track hissing, or is it clear enough for the ears of fucks that say that's how it should be? They're just trying to define art, oh how could he? I mean, why would we set these standards? I'm still looking for answers while you're posing for the camera stagnant. 110% is what I'm demanding, not living up to my end of the bargain. So I pick up this pen and start charging through the margin. Some are margarine and some are butter. Me, I stand somewhere in the middle of all this clutter. So-called star clusters, lackluster, and hardly shine on the brightest of nights. What might have been the tightest of cultures now lies dead on the roadside, getting picked up by the vultures, while the cars speed by and say what a waste. Now can you taste this flavor? I mean, do you smell what I'm cooking? Are we looking through the same eyes? Sometimes it feels I'm on the inside peering out, or vice versa. This verse is my vice. Or vice versa. This verse is my vice. Do you ever Ever wonder what lies past the boundaries of space and time? Well, I do, that's why I choose to rhyme. Now try to focus on the forward and don't get it distorted. If something's hard to see, it doesn't mean it's less important. Just portions of the pie are revealed throughout life. It's all up to you and how many pieces to find. Bind the big picture together. Master your surroundings and the flow be mo better. Light as a feather, yet heavy as a stone. Yin and yang is 60-40 when I touch the microphone. No clone, though some bros chose to repo the flow. Oh no, think I'll just steal the show and go home. Drone out the ringing in my ears with a couple of beers. I was shown the ropes and yes, I've heard many cheers. Tears for fears and now the crystal is clear. You gotta take what's near and dear and then make it disappear. You gotta see if you can live without it. I mean, past a couple weeks, so I doubt it. Yes, please believe me, cause I've tried. Just appreciate real things, you're alive. You're alive.
Hey, that's right, man. You know, really, man, the cat's really down you where it's at, man. Now, man, I'm gonna tell you, every time I lay some of this gold on my friends, man, they light it up, man, and they just take one dog, man. They look at me and say, "Roach, this weed's motherfucker, man."
That's the most important thing of all is that no matter how dreary the situation is and how difficult it may be, that the storm really doesn't matter until the storm begins to get you down. My advice to you is that it's rough and tough, a lot of fun stuff going down. You got to walk tall, walk tall, walk tall.
Scribbling on my paper, riddling the mind's divine capers. Words couldn't express the depths of the thoughts that we cater. Be kind to your neighbor, even if he is a 300-pound spendy bastard who takes your paper and wakes you up at night. Cause he just might be the one to save your life. Pull your body out of burning house to spare you from your plight. You do it for him, right? Left for dead, may wanna think twice. Sink or swim, let me begin. No stop inside as the ink writes. Phrases upon phrases makes it an accomplice to the crime, and I'm the princess to the rhyme. At times it feels as if I'm a mime, silent. Words fall on deaf ears, but I'll remain the pilot of a sinking ship. Fight or flight and watch your thinking shift. Uplifted's a gift, more like the sixth sense. With each sentence I grow closer to satisfaction, impacting exactly dead center the bullseye, shy from distractions. Wasted time, I stay away from the fatal attractions.
We'll be recording here live tonight, live at home. Gonna do everything with our heart and do it good. Alright, at this time, along with the band, I'd like to do a thing with
chopping up game with this metal hurricane bang. Fuck the fortune and fame, I'm fitting to rep the J to the K like a Soviet spitter that starts with an A. Hey, so what you want to do, Otto? Save my name from the grave, make a mark in the bay. In the future we fade down this celestial stardust and path. The wrath of summer's harvest is past, and a newer generation has blossomed in transformation. Prosperous seed to paradise is truly beautiful to entice. Please climb with my scope of life. The looking glass will take you down enchanted past phantasms that cast a newer outlook, fresh and clear like waterfalls. It's like an earthquake, infinite 0.5, about to rock the golden gate. For goodness sake, put the bigger picture in context. It's never too late to set straight those issues that are untouchable. Take initiative, never missing it. Jedi cruise, silver break move to the old and the new fans fuel my insights, as do the weaker crews. Lead you into a doom pool, rhymes like spools of spider webs. Cool, your silly soliloquies. You can never get with these MCs, cause we got more heart than your simplicity.
survival was created for those folks who shun existence. Agitated in this state, it's just that hate that's so persistent, catching drifts of windy days. Somewhat like anticipation, consummated with the soil, impelling vision with impatience. Consequently, from the question, it's the wonder that I'm here, casting lies over my eyes to distract my fellow comrades. I'm a tad bit apprehensive due to scantily clad surveillance cameras acting out my every fear. Capture the flight, that's circumstantial eloquence. Walking wounded with one ear to the gravel, encased in days when most people seem to talk at you with that jargon. I slip into the dust like the night is shining calm. Packing my bag, snapping the past, surrounded by smokers, inhaling secondhand drafts. I'ma smash that, kick kegs a day, ladder on the app. Slanging tapes with games sewn up like Berlin. On California ground, curb serving deterrent kin. Move and glide and move, collide with other planets in my sight. Now is the time arrives. I drive the point I drive. Alive and well, boom the bell tolls. Hella flows, I bellow like smoke signals below the surface. And not as simple as your average everyday. Savage in every way with little pay and lots of heart. We got the darts, can't stop the art. Our plays is part on the dope beat. Devoting, promoting, exploding devices, no crisis. We the nicest, me and 3 MCs bring different spices and flavors. Be kind to your neighbor. Naysayers catch vapors, mainstayers can't fade us. No fakers or haters, just players in the game of life. No money, cash limits, days of struggle, strain and sacrifice.
Something about the way the music fuses with my brain. I try to keep from going insane, remaining calm while playing the game. Level-headed towards Cali shore, spreading my wings and soaring. Using my legs is getting boring. Wake me up when I get to the point of no returning. Burning joints to celebrate the talent to create the balance to beat the break. Western ways, sunny days, rhyming became a permanent phase. Abnormality back in the days, 2002 in my heart it stayed. Sub-level serenade, schooling you like the 2nd grade. Getting the attention to touch the fade, then burning, we're learning to sit in the shade.
Walking into the parlor, I was intertwined by ivory keys, ebony notes and ivory keys, intertwined with seamless ease. Walking into the parlor, I was intertwined by ivory keys, ebony notes and ivory keys, intertwined with seamless ease. The parlor was packed, I continued to stack the chips beneath my grips. I tips and flips until I was tipsy. The potions and notions within me. In the parlor, I'm known as a scholar, with a mic on the seal of my hip. Chicka bang, catch the mental hurricane, this ain't the same as what you used to. So feel the old, hear the new, like seal the gold, the ciphers too. The beans are intertwined and combined like piano keys. In the parlor, the cards was seen, independence is truly our mean. I'm freeing an inner being and seeing the emergent brilliance. Feel my freaky flow and relate with my added sixpence.
Walking into the parlor, I was intertwined by ivory keys, ebony notes, ivory keys, intertwined with seamless ease. I remain lurking in the shadows while the rats race for their cheese. Ebony notes, ivory keys, intertwined with seamless ease. With only myself to please, this rhyming is like a disease, taking over the mind with the speed of a fatal tumorous cancer. Never really known as a chancer, but during the advancement towards my answer, I've seemed to have gained the power of an enchanted lyrical lancer. Is your preference a challenging joust or a game of cat and mouse if you like? No need for a mace and a spike, I just carry a pin and a mic to protect myself from 2-headed dragons or the devilish witch's spell. Left my family back at the village, must make sure my mission's upheld. To sum it up in a nutshell, just let these words be heard without any assistance from the greedy, seedy empire's firm grip. Stay equipped with a bow and green arrow that rests on my hip, just in case militant poppers trip. I can display the marksmanship. Sharpshooter hit the bullseye, the gray shade of the dull sky. It's no wonder why the seagulls cry in the evening, grieving the days that pass. A trip through the gauntlet's hallways is always an intricate task. To get by the guard's tower, disguise myself in a cloak and a mask. Don't know if my stamina can last, with only myself to ask. Dodging the deadly wrath of swinging axes and booby traps. Now beginning to doubt this map that I bought within the wizard's den. Must rely purely on the force within, aka intuition. Wishing on the first star that appears in the dusk, it's now a must that I utilize everything I was shown or have ever learned. Because once you set your sails forward, you can never return.
Walking into the parlor, I was intertwined by ivory keys, ebony notes and ivory keys, intertwined with seamless ease. We have come not to hurt, only educate, not knowing MCs. Ebony notes and ivory keys intertwined Well, I'm gonna ignite the mic like Franklin's kite in a lightning storm. Not a psychotic, but I will swarm into the zone. The three nights form. Car sharks and smoke rings. Got enemies like I stole some peas. Freeze like Arctic breeze from the sea. And poetry freezes my mind and seizes the rhyme. My caught MCs may mime. But it's those birds whose wings are clipped, twined and blind the mental trip. The eternal torch with a lighthouse where I rid sits atop the Pacific Bay Area, prolific. I'm rhyming like a niner from SE West to Candlestick. Dick. Disaster wrong.
In fact, she was just a head in a crystal ball. She called to objects in the seance room, and they began to float around. There was a table, a lamp, a horn, a bell, and a drum all in the air at the same time. I could hear music from another room, and when